So, it's hard to tell when that heat exhaustion comes upon you until it's already there. We know we have to drink lots of water.
That's true.
But what are those
Yeah.
signs, Dr. Art? Because it really is that heat.
When the
Yeah.
temperatures exceed, say, 100 degrees and humidity's above 50, that's when you really get into trouble. So this is your best friend, and you need to drink probably this much, but then a lot more, at least 8 to 10 glasses of water a day, just in general to prevent dehydration and heat stroke. So some of the symptoms will occur which include the nausea, the vomiting, the dizziness, the hot red skin, confusion, a throbbing type of headache. So if you're out there and you're, say, climbing up Camelback Mountain and you start to get any of these types of symptoms, that's when you really know that you could potentially be in trouble. Now, what should you do? Well, first of all, if you're with someone and they start to experience some of these symptoms, then I would suggest, number one, call 911 because it could be more serious. They'll have that rapid heart rate, the rapid breathing, the lack of sweating, where you sweat a lot and then all of a sudden you can't do anything else. So again, 911, remove their clothing, get them into the shade as much as possible. Apply ice packs if you happen to have any ice or even cold water. Put it in the groin area, put it under their armpits, on the back of their neck. Also try to cool down their head if you have any water. You have to get them into the shade though. That's really important, and get them out of the direct sunlight because that's going to reduce some of the potential problems here because their temperature can go up to 104. And if you've ever experienced heat stroke before in the past, you're going to be more susceptible to it and have a greater propensity for that in the future. So be very, very careful. So prevention, that's the key. Again,
Yes.
You got to drink as much water as possible. At least 12 ounces for every additional amount of exercise that you're doing for 30 minutes or so. Avoid exercise, of course, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. That's particularly important. If you're out and you're, say, at the pool or something, drinking alcohol is another precipitating factor because it causes diuresis. It takes water out of the body. And don't take salt tablets. A lot of times people think taking salt tablets, that's going to prevent them from having it. You can take the salt tablets because salt, of course, has a tendency to retain water in the body. But on the other side of the coin, if you take the salt tablets without drinking a lot of water, it's going to have the opposite effect. So avoid the salt tablets. And basically for people who, are, say, at home, they need to stay in the air conditioning. If you're an elderly person, because elderly people and small children are particularly more susceptible to having these problems, make sure that they're in the air conditioning. If there's an elderly person that get a fan for them if they don't have regular air conditioning so that they can actually help themselves to cool down at home because the elderly people are particularly more susceptible and more prone to this, so that's really important.
And while we always say, bring on the heat in Arizona, this is intense, and already you feel that kick up a notch, and we need to take it very seriously.
And again, if you wait until you're thirsty, it's too late. You need to drink fluids before you actually get that thirst, particularly if you're exercising.
So just keep it coming.
Right, and I want to show a picture.
Let's show a picture, Dr. Art, because it is Father's Day.
Yes,
and
this is my family. These are my grandchildren, my son-in-laws, and my 4 children, and Jenny, Samantha, Brad, Chase, everybody. So they're all in there.
Beautiful family.
Thank
Happy
you.
Father's Day, Dr. Art.
Thank you.